In the previous chapter, Lily was cheated on by her fiance with her half-sister, and was poisoned by her half-sister, and was thrown to the death grassland to feed the monsters. In the last chapter 1, she was carried by a werewolf monster. When she opened her eyes, she saw a pretty blonde maid, which she thought she was an angel. She thought she was already dead and had been called by God to go back to heaven. Then she realized that she was actually still alive. The maid seemed happy to see her woke up. She then reported to his master, who she addressed as His Highness, which means that he's a prince. Lily asked the maid who she was and where this place was. The maid then introduced herself as Catherine and explained that she was in the Dusk Shadow Manor, an ancient castle situated deep within the Yarrow grassland, and told her to not worry because she was safe now. She told her that all the land here belongs to the Crown Prince, which is her master, a young handsome man with dark hair and red eyes. He snapped his finger, and all the candles in that dark room lit up. He seemed to be able to use magic. The maid introduced him as the Royal Highness Isaac Stuart. Lily seemed to know him. Her heart beated hard when she heard that name. Crown Prince Isaac Stuart is the youngest brother of the king. A person who is inferior to one person and superior to thousands of people in the Crescent Kingdom, even her fiance. The third prince has to respectfully address him as His Majesty Imperial Uncle. It was rumored that he had great military achievements, was extremely handsome, and was very wealthy. He was the man in the dreams of all the noble ladies in the capital. But because of his addiction to black magic, he lost his way and moved into Yarrow grassland, living alone in isolation. And from then on, he disappeared from royal palace. Lily quickly got off the bed and paid a respect to Prince Isaac, and also didn't forget to thank him for saving her life. When she was about to introduce herself, she suddenly felt dizzy and fainted. Fortunately, Prince Isaac caught her just in time. It turned out that the prince already learned about her identity, daughter of Count Roland, Lily Roland. And she was what? How did he know that? He also claimed that he knew what she had been through. He called her the unfortunate girl who almost became prince consort, and told her that although Catherine's potion could save her life, but black magic and poison were fighting fire with fire. She'd been in a comatose for 2 days, and that her body was still weak and needed to rest for a while, and told her that there was no need to be polite to him. When she heard it's already 2 days past, she realized that the grand wedding day of Richard and her had already passed. A royal wedding, but the bride went missing. She was scared that something bad might happen to her parents, and her body was shaking intensely. And she also wondered what would happen to her half-sister, Bella. Prince suddenly asked her whether she wanted a revenge. Since her childhood friend turned her fiance and her illegitimate older sister. Cheated on her back right on the eve of the wedding day, and fed her poison that eroded her heart, and asked her if she hated them. Lily was quiet at first, but then she answered, hate. She even shouted that she hated them with everything in her. But she had no ability to take a revenge, since she was just a noble lady who had never set a foot outside. Apart from needlework and herbal medicine making, she knows nothing else. And her only dream before was to be married into the royal family and became a good wife. A person like her. How could she make enemy against the Stuart royal family and Bella, who had a half witch blood in her veins? But the prince encouraged her and told her to look at him. If she was determined to take revenge. He told her to stop lowering her head. He offered to teach her tactics, assassination, and martial arts, teaching her everything she needed to take revenge. But in return, she had to stay in the Dusk Shadow Manor forever. To stay by his side.